So I've been getting a lot of questions on Botox and other treatments similar to Botox that treat the wrinkles that form when our muscles move. So in this video, I'll be breaking down Botox treatment, what it consists of, how to know if it's right for you, and how it compares to the other similar treatments on the market. Let's get into it. Hello friends, I'm Dr. Chinonso Kaga Abisogun. I'm a board-certified medical and cosmetic dermatologist, helping you win by looking and feeling confident with the skin you're in. Welcome to my channel, where I'll be sharing some of the latest beauty and glowing skin health tips. We'll also be tackling some of the biggest topics when it comes to our personal journeys with beauty. Now let's dive into the world of Botox. So Botox has become synonymous with smoother, younger looking skin, but what exactly is it? Now, Botox is actually a purified form of botulinum toxin. This is a neurotoxin that temporarily relaxes the muscles of the face where we typically inject. Now, when Botox is injected into specific muscles, it blocks the signals from the nerves to the muscles, which prevents them from moving or contracting so that we can't make that wrinkle that we're trying to get rid of. Now, this results in just a smoother skin appearance and also reduces the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines. So good candidates for Botox are generally adults with that dynamic or moving wrinkle, those that are caused by repeated muscle movements in the same area, such as frowning or squinting. Now, common treatment areas that we see for Botox include those forehead lines, the crow's feet around the eyes, and also those frown lines between the eyebrows. Now, I know some people have a strong frown line, and that starts to create that permanent indentation in that area right between the brows. Now, if it becomes too deep over several years, then treating with Botox once that has already permanently set in might not help. So this is why I suggest getting Botox treatment if you start to notice any unwanted lines at rest after moving the muscle in that area. Now, other common requests or places where we can use Botox effectively are going to include those bunny lines on the nose, dimpling of the chin. Sometimes we can use it to finesse a little brow lifting and also to relax the master muscles for people who want to slim the jawline. Now, the master muscles are the muscles that we use to clench or bite down. So a lot of people also experience jaw pain, which can also cause migraines due to the clenching and grinding of the teeth while they're sleeping. So Botox can be used to treat that muscle, also slimming the jawline in the process. Now, some women like that aesthetic of the slimmer jawline for a more feminine look. So believe it or not, Botox can also be used to help control sweating in areas such as under the armpits. Now, we all naturally sweat, but some people just have excess sweating in ways that really impact their confidence in key moments such as speaking on stage or a big event or interacting with people. So using Botox can be really helpful to treat this. Now, many experts suggest that starting Botox in your late 20s to early 30s can be beneficial. This is when we really start to see those fine lines and wrinkles first start to set in. Early intervention can help prevent those lines from becoming more pronounced or permanent at rest over time. This is when I started. Now, of course, the best time to start can vary depending on the individual, depending on your skin type, depending on your concerns, and also your goals. So it's always a good idea to consult with your dermatologist. Now, Botox isn't just about aesthetics. It also has some surprising benefits for your mood and skin quality. Studies have shown that Botox can be associated with an improved mood by reducing the physical appearance of stress and worry that we express when we're frowning. This can have a positive psychological effect. It's believed to do this by reducing the ability to frown. Now, Botox may reduce the negative emotional feedback to the brain and thus reduce that negative mood during frowning. Now, let's talk about what to expect during a Botox treatment. So your journey starts with a consultation with a qualified dermatologist or provider. During this visit, your provider will assess your concerns, discuss your medical history, and determine if Botox is even right for you. Botox injections are typically quick and usually done in office. Your provider will use a very fine needle to inject the Botox into the targeted muscles. Most patients that I've seen describe the injections as mildly uncomfortable, but very tolerable and short-lasting. But of course, everyone has a different pain threshold, and some people do request numbing. Ice can also be very helpful. So one of the best perks about Botox is that there is little to no downtime. You can resume your daily activities pretty much immediately after the treatment. Though your provider may advise you to avoid strenuous exercise or lying down for several hours after treatment, but it is considered a quote-unquote lunchtime procedure. So it can take a few days to see the full effects of Botox really set in, and the results typically last around 3 to 4 months. Now, regular treatments can help maintain your smoother, more youthful appearance for longer periods of time. Now, what are the benefits of Botox, and are there any risks to consider? Now, the benefits of Botox include smoother skin by reducing those wrinkles and fine lines. It's also non-surgical and very minimally invasive, which people love. It's a quick treatment with little to no downtime, as we discussed. The results can last for several months, and it has been associated with improved mood and quality of skin. As there are plenty of solid benefits, there are also potential risks to consider when choosing if Botox is right for you. The main ones are going to be some temporary bruising or swelling at the injection site, sometimes. Now, rarely, some patients can also experience eyelid drooping or asymmetry of facial expressions. Allergic reactions have been reported, but they are very rare. So it's crucial to choose a qualified provider for Botox treatments in order to minimize risk and achieve optimal results. Now that we understand the benefits and risks, let's dive into pre and post care. What you should do before and after a Botox treatment. So you want to consider avoiding any unnecessary blood thinning agents for a few days before treatment. Now, of note, please do not stop medications that are important for your health that any of your other physicians may have recommended for you. As always, you want to be sure to check in with your doctor before making any such changes or decisions about your medications. You also want to inform your provider about any medications that you're currently taking and any allergies or other medical conditions that you may have. Now, after Botox treatment, you want to avoid rubbing or massaging the treated area in order to prevent the spread of Botox to any unintended muscles. And then, of course, you want to be sure to follow any specific post-care instructions that are given by your provider. Scheduling follow-up appointments as recommended to maintain your results will also give you the best regimen. Now, if there is any undesired asymmetry or raising of the brows, or sometimes people refer to it as spocking after treatment, I recommend following up with your provider 2 weeks after the initial treatment for any necessary adjustments if needed. So starting with the most well-known neuromodulator, Botox. Botox has been around the longest and has the strongest track record of safety and effectiveness. It's used for a variety of medical and cosmetic purposes. Now, the other neuromodulators that are commonly used on the market include Dysport, Xeomin, and Jeuveau. They all have slightly different properties, and preferences can vary based on the provider and the individual patient. So to sum it up, here's a quick comparison. So Botox, as mentioned, is well known. It's precise in targeting the muscles, and the onset of results can happen as early as 3 to 5 days, settling in over 2 weeks with a duration of 3 to 4 months. Dysport is said to have a slightly faster onset with 2 to 3 days, and also has more spread on the muscles and also lasts about 3 to 4 months. So Xeomin is a neurotoxin that's pure in form without any additives, and it has a similar onset and duration to Botox, but it potentially has a lower risk of resistance. Now, Jeuveau is the newest option on the market, and it's designed specifically for cosmetics. It as well has a similar onset and duration to Botox. Ultimately, the best choice depends on your specific needs and the advice of your provider. Now, let's jump into some common myths about Botox. Myth number 1, Botox will make your face look frozen. This is probably the most common myth and fear that I hear from people who are considering Botox treatment for the first time. But when you're treated by a skilled professional, Botox can actually give you a very natural and refreshed look. So again, it targets those specific muscles to reduce and soften the wrinkles, but it doesn't necessarily affect your ability to make facial expressions at all. Our goal, and my personal goal as a dermatologist, is to prevent the lines that show up with movement from becoming present lines at rest. Myth number 2, Botox is permanent. Botox is not permanent. The effects typically last between 3 to 4 months. After that, those treated muscles gradually regain movement and the wrinkles may reappear if you don't continue treatments. So I always say it's good and bad. If you don't love it, it doesn't last forever. If you love it, you'll have to get those regular treatments. Myth number 3. Botox is only for older people. So while Botox is popular among those looking to reduce the appearance of existing wrinkles, it can also be used as a preventative measure. So again, starting Botox in your late 20s or early 30s can help prevent the formation of those deep wrinkles at rest. Myth number 4. Botox is toxic and unsafe. Now, Botox is derived from botulinum toxin, but it's used in extremely small, controlled doses. It is FDA approved for cosmetic use, and it has a very strong safety profile when used by trained professionals. Serious side effects with Botox are rare. Myth number 5. Botox works immediately. Botox does not work instantly. It typically takes 3 to 5 days to start seeing those results, with the full effects becoming visible in about 2 weeks. Patience is key. Myth number 6, Botox is just for women. No, Botox is for anyone looking to reduce wrinkles or for other medical purposes like we discussed, such as excessive sweating or migraines. More men are opting for Botox treatments to maintain a youthful appearance or address specific concerns. So men, schedule your appointments. So understanding the facts can help you make an informed, empowered decision. If you're considering Botox, consult with a qualified professional to see if it's right for you. As always, I'd like to end today's episode with words of positive affirmations. Affirmations are a perfect opportunity for you to show yourself the love and care that you deserve. I personally like to begin and end my day with these. You can recite them during your skincare regimen or during your personal beauty routine. Repeat after me. I speak kindly to myself and to what I see in the mirror. So remember, however your skin looks or feels today, show yourself kindness, celebrating all that you are. With patience and consistency, you'll achieve the healthy, glowing skin you want. I believe when you look good, you feel empowered to take up the space and walk confidently in your purpose. Our beauty is ours to own. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you tap the subscribe button, like the video if you found this helpful, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss when I post these. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to comment below. Let us know what you would like to see next. We'll see you in the next one.